So this is the iPhone SE 3rd generation that came out in 2022. I got it for $35, so let's see how Minecraft runs on it. Yo, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another awesome Minecraft video for you guys today. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be playing Minecraft on an iPhone SE 3rd generation. This is the 2022 model. Now, before we get started, if you guys could do me a favor and help me hit a like goal, that would be fantastic. If we could hit maybe 3 likes for today's video, that would be awesome. Go down there and slap that like button down below, and let's get started. Okay, so real quick, we're gonna just create a brand new world. We're just gonna, being creative. We're just gonna see how quick this thing loads while I tell you guys why I'm making this video in the first place. Well, I recently just got this phone for a really crazy price. Brand new, because it was on clearance and it's locked to a carrier, but I'm just kind of using it as an iPod. I got this thing for like $35, and that's pretty insane for a brand new phone, even though it is the SE model. If you guys don't know what the SE model is, it is basically Apple's, I guess, or it was Apple's budget iPhone. And yeah, this is it. It basically had, I believe, iPhone 13 internals, so like the A15 Bionic chip, within an iPhone 8 body. So this phone still has the home button and the very old design, old cameras, everything else. It's kind of the opposite of what Android does when Android makes a budget phone. When Android makes a budget phone, they usually have like, like state-of-the-art hardware, right? Like, 120 hertz display, almost like, bezel-less screen and all that, and high megapixel cameras, where the internals become, I guess, very mid-range, while Apple, they kind of do the opposite, where everything but the internals are budget, and the internals are pretty much what were their latest and greatest. So okay, so right now, I'm just kind of running around. It seems like the game is actually running pretty smooth. By the way, this is a 60 hertz display on my phone, and it does feel pretty smooth for 60 hertz. Right now, here are the settings that we're working with, just so you guys can see what's kind of going on. So, alright, so we have our... Ooh, we have Fantasy Bubbles off. I'm going to see what that looks like on a little later, but I think we have to create a completely brand new world. But in terms of render distance, we literally have it set to 8 chunks, although I will max it out now to see how much it, can handle. So, seems like 13 chunks. That's the highest, I guess the phone is recommended to handle. We're just going to keep the frame rate at, we're just going to go unlimited to see, like, I don't think it'll obviously feel better than 60, but we'll just do that, and okay. Honestly, 13 chunks, pretty respectable for like what is now a 3-year-old phone, and like I said, it runs great. Something I really like about this phone is the aspect ratio. Newer phones right now are, they're longer, right? So that's why if you ever see like most mobile videos, they have like either a widescreen border or they probably just look normal on other long phones, while this, 16:9 is just what you see on TV shows, movies, and all that. So, in terms of making videos, I guess it looks a bit better in that regard, but in terms of playing, it is a very small form factor, so, yeah. Alright, let's do the normal TNT test while we have this, I guess, going on like this. So, TNT, there we go. And by the way, I still think it's super insane that I got this for like $35. Walmart was pretty much trying to get rid of it, and I'm pretty sure it's because of, this is now a discontinued model. Apple's no longer making new versions of this. They kind of move on to the 16E model now, which is going to be their more, in quotes, budget model, which, I don't know. $600 doesn't sound like budget to me, but yeah, it's Apple. You guys know how it is. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, even this phone, when it came out, I think it was like $420-something, which, obviously, I got a major discount, right? And even then, I still don't think the phone was worth that much, I believe, but, in my opinion, right? I thought, maybe a $300 would have been, like, the sweet spot, but whatever. I don't know, but okay, let's see. Do we have a good amount of TNT? You know what, we're also gonna do, like, a really long, trail of it. I feel like that would help. Just all the way here. Just let the TNT spread in, like, multiple directions. Again, this is a super scientific, I guess, you know, test, if you could even call it this. Okay, that seems like a good amount of TNT, you know, fancy graphics, you know, the highest amount of chunks that the phone will allow. So, let's do this, and let's see what we got. Let's stare at it. Oh, didn't mean to do that. I am not gonna lie, huh. It was kind of impressive how that didn't, lag the phone, really. I don't know about you, I didn't see any frame stutters. Again, we're pretty much playing with the equivalent of an iPhone, 13. So, okay, that was cool. Let's try, I guess a nether test, right? Like, you know, moving to a different dimension, like, sometimes it's slow depending on the device. So, let's see if maybe it'll be a bit different here. So, oh, okay. My accuracy on mobile is just non-existent, so, this might look painful. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then down here as well. Oh, see what I mean? And then I hate how, like, okay, I like how, in creative mode, you know, you have a pretty long reach, but in terms of playing it on mobile, it can be a little annoying. So, let's test this. 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm building terrain. Alright. I mean, this takes long, or like, a little longer than I'd like even on my PC, but, you know, this is like building the terrain for the first time, like, in the nether, so I guess we can give it some leeway. We're gonna do another test where now that, you know, the nether is technically something that's existed, maybe it'll be a bit faster. And dude, this is still real time. We're still building terrain. What the heck? Okay. There we go. That took a little longer than I'd like. But here we are in the nether. Alright. Seems to be running smoothly, to be honest. So, okay. Now we're gonna do another test where we just, you know, get back in there. And then we're gonna, you know, we're basically gonna go back to the normal world and then come back in, which, you know, maybe since the nether is now loaded in, it'll be a little quicker. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Building terrain, which is... Alright, I mean, it's doing its thing. Okay, so it seems like that might not really have affected, you know, the loading times as much as I thought it would. Either way, it's still the nether, so... Yeah, whatever. For $35, we are literally getting way more performance than what I paid for, which, by the way, I don't think you guys will find this $35 price tag. I'm not gonna lie, I had to go to like 3 different Walmarts to find it. It was weird, but alright. I'm gonna try something else now, so let's leave the world, save and quit, and we're gonna try a custom map. Since custom maps, you know, take a little bit more resources, right? There's add-ons, command blocks, everything just kind of going on at once to, you know, have like a new experience for the game. So the one I chose was this one, the Sonic the Hedgehog one. So pretty cool stuff. I've never really interacted with this before, but why is it not like going down? Okay, whatever. Anyways, this is the Sonic the Hedgehog one. So let's see. All right. Controls are a little I like these controls, the D-pad ones. I know there's like the joystick one now, but it's just what I'm used to, so we're doing that. How do I... Oh, so this is how you... Oh, okay, so that's how you do the ball thing. I've played this map before, but it's been a while since I played it on mobile. So there we go. Alright. Well, what happened here? Do I break this thing? Wait, what's actually going on? Oh, we're supposed to go here, that's right. So, okay, we're gonna do that. And then... Ooh, okay. Honestly, everything seems to be running well. I don't see a difference in the performance from, you know, when we were in a normal vanilla world in here. So, okay, never mind. A little bit of, stuttering, as you guys saw, alright. A little frame lag, but whatever. Still running pretty well for the most part. Okay. Trying out a, ooh, okay, a little bit of lag there. Again, we're still running on max, everything, basically, so... Honestly, for max everything for a 3-year-old phone, it's doing pretty good in my opinion. Okay. Ooh, okay. I've never played this portion of the map, but... Okay. Alright. Oh, no, nope, nope, nope. I'm bad. I'm bad. Okay. Let's see if I can hit that thing. Alright. That ran pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. What's another test we can run? Oh, I know. Okay. This one's probably one of the coolest marketplace, I guess, worlds that you can get. I think I should have had it like pre-installed, so let's check marketplace loading pretty quick. Again, this is all like super new content that comes when you're online and all that, but there it is. Realism Craft will create a brand new world. So there we go. A little bit of stuttering there, but whatever. We turn off multiplayer just because I don't want anyone to join mid-recording. So there we go. Create. Let's see the building terrain time for this. Ooh, okay. This is taking a while, but like I said, Realism Craft is pretty big. Oh, okay. That was a weird visual thing going on, but still, we're here, we're moving. Ooh, okay. It's taking a bit of time. I did expect that. Again, I guess, 3-year-old flagship performance, right? This is what the, like the chip itself is supposed to be is a flagship chip, so that's why I said that. And alrighty, there we go. We actually loaded in. Again, still playing on max everything, so yeah. Alright. I wonder if, like, it's been 3 years, right, since this specific phone came out. I wonder if, like, a mid-range phone can, like, compete with the... I don't think so. I don't think it should be able to compete with the A15 yet, right? But I don't know. Someone let me know. I've never really done, like, benchmarks between, like, the Android mid-range and Apple's realistically only one chip per generation thing going on. But still, there we go. All right. I like how all the leaves are animated. A lot of things are happening in this world at once, like animations that normally don't happen in normal Minecraft. So there we go. Okay. I've never seen a village in Realism Craft, so this looks kind of cool. I can't lie. Alright. I mean, I think it's performing well, to be honest, huh? I don't know why. I expected, like... Okay, I didn't expect it to be laggy at all, because I knew about the specs, right? But, I don't know. Alright, let's see about the game. Let's see, like, just normally play for a bit with this, world, and let's see what we got here. So, alright, there we go. Again, I do love the aspect ratio, though. Like, for videos, I think it just looks better in 16:9, which, I mean, technically, with the longer phones, you just see more on the left and right-hand side, but, still, just for a 16:9 purpose, right, you just have this. Thanks to this village, we get some easy food. Thank you very, very much. What do we... Oh, never mind. We have these. What the heck is this? I've never seen a turtle move like this before. Huh. Realism Craft really does a lot for Minecraft animations, I guess. But yeah, okay. I mean, everything's running pretty smooth. And usually, that's all we'd want when we're playing a game, right? So there we go. Dude, I want to test out other games on this phone. I'm not going to lie. Like, I really feel like I got my money's worth in terms of, yeah, the whole $35 price tag. But if you guys see a deal like this near you, I don't know. And you have, money and it's just something you want to just mess around with. It's a great purchase, I feel. I don't know. I do want to, like... Okay, there we go. Let's make 1,000,000 bread. Is there a way to, like, craft this, like, a lot faster? Oh, I can just hold down on it and it crafts it? I wish there was, like, an instant craft. Huh. That would have been nice. But okay. There we go. I will say, having home button after all these years is kind of strange. I don't know. Like, I remember how to use it, but it's just kind of strange that, like, now it's, like... Would you consider this retro technology now? I don't know. Huh. I feel like a lot of, Okay. So, if you guys don't understand what I mean when I basically said earlier, they basically, put an iPhone 13 internals within an iPhone 8. Just imagine, like, you got, like, a Nintendo Switch, right? And you managed to fit, the Nintendo Switch tech within, like... a Nintendo DS. That's pretty much like the equivalent here, I guess. I don't know if that's like a good example, but Yeah. Huh. You know, I wonder if there was, like, an Android version of this, right? Like, let's say you got, like, a, the newest Snapdragon processor or whatever, right? The highest end, like, MediaTek or whatever, and you put it into, like, a Samsung Galaxy, let's say the S7, because I feel like that's when the phone really started looking, S7 to S8 was, like, a big shift, right? Maybe S8 would still be pretty cool. I don't know. Huh. Alright. Either way. Alright, that seems like a good test. Now, I guess we gotta test the bubbles, just because I don't know why fancy bubbles make or break a, in terms of, these settings. I don't know why this has to be a completely, separate thing. Like, look at that! And the fact that the game tells you enabling fancy bubble columns, may, lower performance on some devices. We'll have to see. Let's just try that world we were in earlier. Are we still in another? That's a little embarrassing. We probably should have left it before doing this. Either way, let's go. Loading test, that's not good, but whatever. This is strange how the loading test is like that. Let me feel the phone. It's not feeling like it's, hot or anything, but... Huh. Okay, I mean, I'm not cutting this out. We need to see, like, how long this takes. I don't know why it's taking this long. I feel like it's dependent on the world, but this is just like a normal survival world. It could be because we're in the Nether, who knows, but yeah. Are we through yet? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is strange. This is strange how, like, this is taking so long. Oh, there we go! Okay. Alright, I think we're, good. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, let's see how long this takes. Okay. Alright, there we go. Okay, we're not near the water, which is probably why I don't feel a difference in performance yet, but... Let's see, is this a deep ocean or anything like that? I mean, it still feels pretty smooth to me. Okay. It's weird. I actually don't know if, like, the dimensions of my phone screen, right? I only know it's, like, 16 by 9, but I actually don't know if it's, like, 1080p, so, Hopefully the footage ends up looking good, but okay, I mean, we're near a lot of water. We're not exactly, like, in an ocean. Oh, okay, wait. Ice. Not exactly an ocean, but technically there is water underneath here. Okay, wait. A little bit of freezing there. Like, literally in the ice area. Okay, that might be because, we're moving too fast for the world to load in, but, it's whatever. Okay, I mean... It's still pretty smooth, even with the bubbles, but at the same time, we haven't really been in an area where I guess there's a lot of bubbles. I guess what we can do is, like, break this, go into the water, and see if we detect any, like, differences. Okay, let me see. Any bubble columns we can, look at? I think if I fly here, I'll move faster. Yes, okay. Okay, so this is, like, the fancy bubbles. And honestly, yeah, no, I think the game is running fine. I think, like, the phone is handling this like a champ. Huh. Okay. I don't know. That's just a quick little video. Bought this phone. I was like, you know what? Let's do a quick Minecraft test on it. And honestly, it handled it like a champ. Loading times for some things can be a little weird. Just, okay, watch. Let's try loading in maybe the Sonic the Hedgehog world, if it's a little bit faster, or it'll be slow too. And... I actually can't tell. Okay, whoa. You see how that was, like, a lot faster than the survival world? Let's try the realism craft thing now, too, just because we might as well see. It could have been just that world being a little weird. I don't know. Okay, this one, we're not even seeing the bar move. I mean... Okay, no. Now that we're moving... I guess it's just as slow. Wait. Yeah, no, it's not, like, the ideal thing, but, if you're willing to... It really is just the loading times between I guess, opening a world or even going between dimensions. That can be kind of odd, but other than that, the gameplay is pretty smooth, and that's pretty much all you can ask for. It would be nice if the chunks would be a bit higher, but, you know, we're pretty much, like, on the equivalent of a 3-year-old flagship now, and, yeah, you know, things move fast in the world of tech. I don't know. Either way, if you guys enjoy, drop down a like, subscribe, and I guess I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys!